নমস্কাৰ, আমি এছেকৰ প্ৰিভিয়াছ ইয়াৰ কুৱেশ্যন পেপাৰ সলভ কৰি আছোঁ আৰু ইয়াত গছ থিওৰামটো ষ্টেট এণ্ড প্ৰুফ কৰিবলৈ দিয়া হৈছে। The Gauss theorem states that the flux of an electric field through any closed surface S is equal to 1 by epsilon naught times the total surge enclosed by the surface S. The electric flux through the closed surface S is given by Q by epsilon naught, where Q is the total surge enclosed by the surface. Now, let us consider the total flux through a sphere of radius r, which encloses a point surge Q at its center. Dividing the sphere into small area elements, the flux through the area element del S is given as flux is equal to E into del S, where del S is the surface through which the electric fields are passing. Then we have Q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into del S. Therefore, the total flux is given by summation of Q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square by del S. Since each area element of the sphere is same distance r from the surge, then we have flux is given by Q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square summation of S, where Q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into S. Now, the total area of the sphere, which is equal to 4 pi r square, or we have flux is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into 4 pi r square, or flux we have is equal to Q by epsilon naught, which is the Gauss law. Apply the Gauss theorem to calculate the electric field due to an infinite plane of surge. If we consider sigma to be an uniform surge density of an infinite plane sheet, now if we take x-axis normal to the plane, then by symmetry of the electric field will not depend on the y and z coordinates, and its direction at every point must be parallel to the x direction. We can take the Gaussian surface to be a rectangular parallelepiped of cross-sectional area A. There are two faces 1 and 2, and these will contribute to the flux. Therefore, the unit vector normal to the surface 1 is in the minus x direction, while the surface 2 is in the plus x direction. Therefore, the total flux that will pass through the Gaussian surface is 2s into EA. So we have Gaussian from Gauss law, twice EA is equal to sigma A by epsilon naught, or electric field we have E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught into n unit vector. Deduce the expression for electrostatic potential due to a point surge. Now calculate the potential at point P due to the surge 4 into 3 to 10 to the power minus 7 coulomb located 9 cm away. Hence obtain the work done in bringing the surge 2 into 10 to the power minus 9 coulomb from infinity to the point P. So we have V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q into Q by R, where 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9 into surge we are provided with 4 into 10 to the power minus 9 10 to the power minus 7 coulomb, and the radius is given to be 9 centimeter. If we convert it into meter, we will get 0.09 meter, and calculating this we will get 4 into 10 to the power 4 volt. Now the work done in bringing the charge, work W is equal to Q into V, or the charge is given as 2 into 10 to the power minus 9 coulomb into voltage, that is 4 into 10 to the power 4 volt. So on multiplying this, we will get the work done in this. The work done will be path independent. They will not depend upon the path. How do you define mobility of a charge carrier in a conductor? Establish the relation of for mobility m is equal to E tau by m, where mobility mu is defined as the magnitude of drift velocity per unit electric field, or we have mu is equal to Vd by E, where Vd is equal to E tau by em. Hence mu is equal to Vd by E, which is equal to E tau E by me, or we get E tau by m, where tau is the average collision time for the electrons. What is the de Broglie wavelength associated with an electron moving with the speed 5.4 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second and a ball of mass 150 gram traveling at the speed of 30 meter per second? If we consider for electron, mass is equal to 9.11 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg, and V is equal to velocity is equal to 5.4 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second. Therefore, we have momentum P is equal to mv, or we can write mass is equal to 9. And we multiply both of these and we obtain this. And the de Broglie wavelength lambda is equal to H by P, or H is equal to 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second divided by 4.92 into 10 to the power minus 24, or we can get this value. And for the ball, we get mass is equal to 0.150 kg and the speed is 30 meter per second. Therefore, momentum P is equal to mv, or we get this value, and we can find the de Broglie wavelength by using this formula. Lambda is equal to H by mv.